Dios mío, qué día. Preciso hoy, el man con el que estaba saliendo me dijo que no salíamos más. Ay, y yo esperando a mis amigos. Qué cara, debo tener cara de culo, ¿no? Bueno, y teníamos planes de ir a Las Vegas. Eran mis vacaciones. Bueno, al mal tiempo, buena cara. Bueno, ya contaré esa historia. Feliz, me encantó ver a Travis. Mis corazones divinos, me encanta. Love. Lo que dure, disfrutarlo. Bueno, ya en la casa. Bueno, entonces estamos hoy en Blaine, no en Blaine, no, bueno, en Blaine, en la
Peace
frontera,
Arch, yeah.
sí. Y este es Mr. T, in case you have to keep the name secret.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, it's up to you. So, lo que vamos a hacer es que le quiero hacer unas preguntas que él no sabe. Él sabe lo que voy a hacer con mi canal, pero no sabe lo que le voy a preguntar hoy. Entonces, okay, so let's start.
All right.
Okay, first, what is your name, if you want to say? Or
My name's Travis.
What is your nationality?
I am from the USA.
Okay. What do you know about Colombia?
Not a whole lot, other than it's south of us, and they speak Spanish. And it's a beautiful country, from what I understand.
Okay, so, and what is your understanding coming?
How did I get this understanding? Well, okay, so I've been dating you for a while, so there's that, and met a couple of other Colombians through Aaron, and
I remember right
yeah.
now. Okay. What activities do you like to do?
Okay, mostly outdoor activities. I like sailing, I like hiking, biking, motorcycle riding, I like cross-country skiing, I like road trips,
Do you think that is related to the area? I mean, it's because in Vancouver, most of the people like the kind of same activities. Do you think this is something related to the environment?
Yeah, there's definitely a reason why I'm here in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I love it here.
Because of that?
Yeah, I do. I love the green, I love the water, I like the mountains. Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is another question. How many places or countries have you lived during your life? No.
To live in, I've lived in two. I've lived in Austria for a couple of years.
Of years?
Yeah, and then the U.S.
How many years?
Well, so that would be 47 years in the U.S.
No, okay, so couple of years too.
Right,
Yeah?
yes.
Okay, yes, couple of years, okay. Right. And in that time, here and there, what cultures have you been exposed to?
Well, cultures, okay. Well, of course, the U.S. and in Austria, that's the kind of a German culture there. But also, I worked with a lot of Ghanans and Nigerians in Austria. From Ghana. Yeah. Because those two places at that time, this was early 90s, they were going through civil war. And so it was a pretty horrendous time for them. And you'd have a lot of refugees that would come up into Austria because Austria was it was more or less an open border country. It was kind of a transfer. There was a lot of people that were coming from Africa up into Europe, and Austria was kind of a stepping stone in that. And then they would go on to France or England or US. They try to ultimately end up.
Got
But
it.
Austria had kind of an open situation, so I would help bring them in, get them a work visa, get them help them with the apartment, filling out paperwork.
Okay, maybe it's important to say that you are doing volunteering work there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it was voluntary work there.
Okay, so during that time, meeting that people, did you kind to identify some particularities from the culture?
Yeah, I mean, sure, they were their culture, but I was dealing with a lot of traumatized people. I mean, people that were. There was a lady that she had 6 or 7 kids, and they were all killed. Her husband was
boy.
killed, actually, she knows that 5 of the kids were killed. She didn't know what happened to the other 2, and she fled. And so, we're dealing with people that are just they're
Traumatized.
they're
Having a bad
traumatized. So
time.
it's not like I'm really there to absorb the culture.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, how do you meet Luz?
Met through Tinder. Yeah.
Okay. So, what is your story about to use online dating sites?
Oh, okay. Well, for me, I work for myself, and so I have a pretty small group of individuals and I don't really want to date out of my work environment. I'm an engineer, so I'm working with a bunch
Oh,
of
what is the
guys.
problem with engineers?
Well, I'm just with a bunch of guys.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
I'm engineer.
Well, yeah, but okay, it's different. Anyways, the whole idea with online dating is to expand the social circle. It's an
Okay.
opportunity to meet others.
Okay.
It's a good opportunity rather than because I'm not a bar hopper. I don't go out to the bar scenes. I don't. That's not my thing. So,
But what about your story that you really didn't set up the website, that it was your friend that did for you?
okay, well, after my marriage, I didn't date for a long time, and
7 years?
Yeah. So then, a couple of my buddies they said that I should be dating, and so they came up one weekend, and they set up an online profile for me, and it's been up ever since.
So, how do you score that experience in average? I mean, don't tell me. I mean,
I think
I'm
it's
not
been
gonna-
great. I think it's great. I mean, online dating is a different thing than when I was growing up, of course. Of course, there was no online dating when I was growing up. And it's, I think if you use it the way it is, it's a good way to meet and filter people, really.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I agree. When you are meeting people online,
Mhm.
do you have a strategy?
It's been yes and no. So it's an evolving thing. At first it was I really didn't know. And so, but then after going out on a few dates, I realized that, okay, it's better to try to screen these people out
Why?
sooner rather
What
than later.
happened in those first?
Because it can get awkward, if I don't know, it's best to know if you it's just best to know if you sooner rather than later, if you've got chemistry, if there's stuff in common, if you've got common goals, if the communication goes well. It's best to find that stuff out
Okay,
earlier
so
rather
that it
than
was
later.
when you didn't have a strategy. So now what is your strategy?
Well, I guess my strategy now, and you kind of saw that, is I don't really like to text. I don't like to text a whole lot back and forth. I'd much rather just meet a person, keep it pretty simple at first, and see if there's, and then see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Those days, how many dating sites are you?
2,
2.
Tinder and Plenty of Fish.
Okay. And
Plenty of Fish was first. That's the one that Aaron and Matt set up for me.
okay, Tinder was for you.
Tinder, yeah, Tinder was after Plenty of Fish.
Have you heard that Tinder is people looking for hookups?
Yeah, but that's not what I found. I mean, there's obviously an element to that, and you certainly can. But there's also people looking for friends and relationships, and yeah.
Okay,
so-
yeah. So you don't put like that.
No,
I think
I don't see it just as a hookup site.
I think that
At least that's not been my experience.
could be different in Colombia. In Colombia, really, people think it's just for that. So this is why women are so afraid to go that. Well,
I hooked up more on Plenty of Fish than
oh really?
Tinder.
Thank you for your honesty.
It's just been my experience.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. You know, people know that you wanna go. Use what is the name?
Plenty of Fish.
I haven't heard before. Okay, in those dating sites. Oh my gosh, my English is getting confused. What different cultures have you dating with?
Okay, well, Colombian and Mexican. I've Canadian, U.S. of course. Let's see.
Thailand.
Oh yeah, Thailand.
Russia, no? Middle
I'm
East?
trying to think. Some Ukrainian, but removed a couple of generations, so more American than Russian or Ukrainian.
And I had to say here that he really forget most of the things, so probably we're more than that.
Yeah, probably.
But it's like you had to write, and I haven't been writing all that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So, and in conclusion, how many Latins have you dated?
Okay, so dated.
Well, go out. It doesn't mean date. It's like the difference. What is the difference to go out? Like, what are the difference of those words?
Well, going out could be just hanging out with friends. So, like, it could be a group thing. So, Aaron worked with a couple of Colombian girls, and so this was 2-3 years ago. We went out sailing on Aaron's boat. I was with them, and Aaron was there, and then
This is hanging out, right?
yeah, this is just hanging out. So there was nothing. It was just platonic. It was just we were just having a good time.
But when you say platonic, sounds like there was a
Platonic.
kind of interest.
No, platonic means non-sexual.
But platonic for me is something that you like to, but you don't have. This is what my understanding of platonic. Platonic is something I cannot have.
No, okay, no, that's not the way I understand
Why not?
platonic. Platonic is just simply like I can have a platonic relationship with a coworker or a friend, or my
And what that words add to that relationship? When you say platonic,
platonic means non-sexual.
oh, okay.
So
But
it's-
attraction?
not necessarily. You can have attraction and still have a platonic friend, or you could have zero attraction and it'd be a platonic. Platonic just means it's not sexual. There's no romance involved.
Okay, I will use that word. It's interesting. So we were saying like how many Latins, but like no more like platonic. Maybe something. It doesn't mean
Okay, probably 4 or 5.
okay. So do you have how you made an idea of that culture from that experiences?
Not from that, no, because they're I found people are people. Going with over into whether you're in Austria or here or people are people. It just you get together with friends and you're looking for I don't know. I don't see huge cultural differences. Yeah. I'm sure there are, but I mean, what do? We get together, we have fun, we do activities. So
Okay.
culture doesn't play into that too much, other than, hey, you like Italian restaurant, or
Maybe for you living in your country.
Yeah.
But when you go to okay.
You're right.
He
I'm
went-
not
he went to
exposed
Mexico?
to.
So how was your experience in Mexico?
It was awesome.
By the
Had a
way.
great time.
So did you feel no? Wow. But the thing was like we would never went to the city. But did you feel like you were in another country?
Well, definitely, I was in another country. Yes. Yeah. Sure, it felt like another country, but we were also in a high tourist area that we're catering to Americans and Canadians. So how much culture do you get from that, really?
What I think is when he goes to Colombia, it's gonna be a huge difference, and he's gonna understand culture difference. They're like everybody kissing, everybody hugging, and everybody that is. You don't do that here, right?
Yeah. That's
So you're gonna see that, baby.
all right.
So, what is the most difficult part, in your opinion? Of this? It doesn't have any consequence. What is the most difficult part to be with a Latin person?
Well, the most difficult part with us is just the logistics, really. I mean, living in different countries, and now with the border closure,
Yeah.
that makes.
No, but I'm talking more about culturally.
But culturally, I don't really find it difficult or hard. In fact, I like that. I find that you're more passionate and because I'm a bit, well, I'm a bit subdued. So
Subdued?
yeah, like toned down. I'm pretty even keeled. I'm not overly passionate.
No?
Not
I thought.
externally. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you are.
Well, yeah. I think. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely have passions, but I don't externalize them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty reserved when it comes to
So
general.
We're not. I mean,
Right.
Latin.
Right. And I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. The next question. What is you like most?
I've that the attitude, the passion, the friendliness, I like that, and the sincerity.
Cool. Would you recommend to people in general to use those kind of apps? So
Oh yeah, sure. I think it's great. I mean, there's some painful experiences, yeah, sure, but
it's like you have to pay a price.
exactly.
It's not free.
There's a learning curve involved.
learning curve, right?
Yeah. But no, I look back and it's been great. Even the really messed up stuff could be funny. So yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You have things to talk about, right?
Exactly.
Okay, it wasn't painful.
No,
That's it.
that's it. All right, good deal.
Okay.